Kobe Bryant's legacy as one of the greatest basketball players in history has always been celebrated, but behind the fame and success, his personal life tells a very different story. He was not the flawless husband many fans imagined. Instead, Kobe was a serial cheater who betrayed his wife Vanessa with numerous affairs throughout their marriage. As shocking as that may sound, the heartbreaking truth is that these betrayals were not isolated incidents. Vanessa has recently opened up with explosive revelations, exposing the depth of Kobe's infidelity and misconduct during their marriage. These confessions are reshaping how many people now view the legend, peeling back the carefully constructed image of perfection and revealing a storm of betrayal and secrecy. The reality of Kobe's hidden affairs paints a picture of a man who was far from the spotless figure his public image projected. Vanessa's willingness to speak out about what really went on behind closed doors has given the world a glimpse into the fragile foundations of their seemingly perfect union. Much of her account centers on his affairs, beginning with the infamous scandal that rocked the sports world in 2003. At that time, Kobe was at the height of his career, seen as the golden boy of the Lakers. He was married to his high school sweetheart Vanessa, and together they projected the image of a fairy tale life. But behind the glamour, the championships, and the smiles, a storm was brewing that would challenge everything they stood for. In June of 2003, Kobe traveled to Eagle, Colorado for what should have been a routine knee surgery. Instead, this trip became one of the most scrutinized scandals in sports history. A 19-year-old hotel employee at the Lodge and Spa at Cordillera accused him of sexual assault, setting off a chain reaction of legal battles, media frenzy, and personal turmoil. Vanessa was suddenly forced into a position where she had to make a choice that would define her character and her marriage for the rest of her life. Kobe himself admitted in later interviews that the ordeal tested him not only as an individual but also as a husband, a father, and as a member of the Lakers organization. He explained how the situation forced him into deep soul-searching, as he was fighting battles on every front: his marriage, his family, his reputation, and his career, all while trying to navigate through the chaos. The young woman at the center of the case was an aspiring singer who had once auditioned for American Idol but had not advanced. Reports revealed that she had a history of mental health struggles, including schizophrenia treatment and 2 suicide attempts during high school. On June 30, 2003, she claimed that Kobe invited her to his hotel room after check-in. What began as consensual kissing, according to her, quickly turned violent. Her allegations were disturbing. She said Kobe choked her, bent her over a chair, pulled down her underwear, and forced himself on her for about 5 minutes despite her repeated cries of "no," leaving her in tears. She immediately told a coworker what had happened, visibly distraught and shaken. The medical evidence only fueled the seriousness of her accusations. A sexual assault nurse examiner documented multiple vaginal lacerations, some as long as 1 centimeter, along with bruising on her jaw and neck that matched signs of strangulation. DNA evidence added another layer. 3 small blood stains on Kobe's t-shirt matched her DNA, making it difficult to dismiss her claims. Initially, when questioned by police, Kobe denied any sexual contact. But when confronted with the physical evidence, he changed his story and admitted to the encounter, insisting it was consensual. What was perhaps most shocking was his casual admission about choking during sex, describing it as a thing he engaged in with other partners, though notably, he admitted he had never done this with his wife. During the investigation, Kobe even acknowledged a previous affair with a woman named Michelle, describing similar sexual encounters with her. This casual mention revealed that extramarital relationships were not a one-time mistake but part of a pattern. What stood out most was Kobe's lack of guilt. He spoke about these encounters as if they were normal, as if stepping outside of his marriage was just another aspect of his lifestyle. This mindset hinted at a disturbing normalization of infidelity and secrecy. Kobe's comments during the investigation also pulled others into the spotlight. He mentioned that Shaquille O'Neal was known to be around all the time with women, a statement that revealed a culture of infidelity deeply rooted in certain NBA circles. In these circles, cheating was not just common but often expected behavior from star players. Over the years, more names began surfacing, linking Kobe to other alleged affairs. One of the most talked about rumors involved Playboy model Jessica Burciaga. While both Kobe and Jessica denied the allegations, the persistence of these claims, particularly from insiders within NBA circles, suggested there was more to the story than gossip. This connection implied Kobe's relationships weren't limited to random strangers but extended to women in the entertainment and modeling industries. Actress Sanaa Lathan was another name tied to Kobe, further fueling speculation that his affairs involved women who were not only within his reach socially but also recognizable to the public. The most shocking of all, however, were reports suggesting Kobe may have been involved with as many as 105 different women throughout his marriage. While such a number couldn't be confirmed, the very fact it was discussed by sources close to the situation spoke volumes about how widespread his infidelity was believed to be. What made these affairs even more heartbreaking was the way Vanessa discovered them. According to multiple accounts, it wasn't Kobe who confessed but other NBA wives who exposed the truth to her. The betrayal cut deeper because it came from within their own community. Beyond the emotional devastation, these scandals also had tragic real-life consequences. In 2005, Vanessa suffered a miscarriage, which Kobe later admitted was caused by the overwhelming stress of his actions and the scandals surrounding them. In his 2015 documentary, Kobe tearfully confessed, "We were expecting our second child during that time and there was just so much stress. She actually miscarried. The reality is it happened because of me. That's something I'll carry forever." Reports later revealed that Kobe had developed a systematic method for managing his affairs. He allegedly used team travel schedules and hotel stays to orchestrate his encounters, all while juggling his professional commitments. The logistics were carefully maintained, making it clear that his infidelity wasn't impulsive but calculated. For Vanessa, the psychological toll was unimaginable. She was left to cope with betrayal after betrayal, all while keeping up appearances for the public and raising their children. The timing of these events only made it worse. The Colorado scandal erupted just 2 years into their marriage, when Vanessa was only 21 and pregnant with their first child. What should have been the happiest years of their lives together were instead dominated by betrayal, secrecy, and shame. Kobe's ability to compartmentalize his life was perhaps the most disturbing element of all.